Hey, what's going on? It's B from Kongs R Us, and I wanted to do this quick video to tell you guys what I did today. And if you couldn't tell, I'm a big blue fan, at least because of the online play. And I've said this a lot about all the Arcade1Up purchases I would make going forward, that they either had to be online play enabled or they had to have unique controls. And I was screaming at John D during one of the podcasts he was on to say, when is Street Fighter Live coming? And it's finally here. It may not be in the prettiest cabinet that we wanted, but the big blue is here. Today was pre-order day. And so I got to tell you guys what I did and my thoughts on why it happened, because Arcade1Up to start, put together this beautiful promo that at least showcased some of the fun that you could be having with this cab. I think it's a nice tribute to the Big Blue cab. It's not exactly the same exact form factor, but it captures the spirit of it. I got to see the Big Blue in person the other day when I was at Captain's Auctions warehouse. And again, it's not going to be arcade perfect, but it's something that can fit in your home. It's somewhat reasonably priced. And so I at least give kudos to Arcade1Up for even attempting to do it in this form factor, because we didn't think it'd be possible. Could it be better? Absolutely. I think I'm definitely going to be reaching out to my buddy Greg Zaker from 99 Lives to get a boss panel design so it can complete that front shape. But what did I do? I was part of the group that was initially wanting to order this from Arcade1Up. So Arcade1Up said that they were going to be available today at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. my time. So I set my alarm and was like, I'm waking up at 6:45 a.m. so I can place my reserve order. I didn't know about the process for ordering it. Essentially, you had to go to the Arcade1Up website. I think I'm on the wrong website right now. So you had to go to the Arcade1Up website here, click on the reserve button. And then when you did, it's a new checkout system using something called Partially, which is brand new. I've ordered direct from Arcade1Up before for Outrun and Big Buck. And I'm excited to order direct from Arcade1Up because I feel like they should be getting it first and being able to deliver it first. That's what happened with my Outrun. Big Buck was a little bit delayed, but this says estimated ship date mid-September. And I went through it. The biggest surprise when I went through checkout was the fact that I got charged shipping. And I think that's just due to the global issue. So this is my final checkout screen where you can see the total that I paid highlighted in top was $710.99. And again, this was from Arcade1Up's website using Partially, where I had to put down a $100 deposit and then pay the rest of it at least before August 13th. And you can see the ship date is mid-September here. So I don't know if this is refundable or not if you pay it. And I had somebody in the Facebook group, Jerry Dunlap, say that he already paid for it. And it's like, you can just log into your Partially account and pay it back. And I was like, all right. So I actually went in and just paid for it all up front because I'm a dope and was like, all right, I don't want to have it lapse. And then I was so excited about it. I went to the Facebook group and I posted that I did this and put it on the Facebook group. And it's here somewhere. Sorry, I got to look for it now because it's been a while since I've been on the page. But I got completely slammed on the Facebook group when I published that I ordered it. Let's see where it is. Where is it? Is it here? I had it queued up, and then all of a sudden, let's see if it's here. I had it queued up, and then people were like, "All right, here we go. Here's the post. Go to the post. There it is." Okay, here's the post that I had on the Arcade1Up group that was pretty much saying like, hey, it's pricey, and here's how much the total cost was. And this is one of the most engagements I've ever seen on a post in the Facebook group, which is pretty much the majority of the comments, 142 comments that were all like, oh man, this is a terrible deal. It's overpriced. It's really crazy. $700. Forget about it. It was a ton of backlash, about the price point. And, at first I was like, yeah, there was reasons I want to explain why I got it at this price point. But to go back to the story about why I ordered two, and then I think it's like, where was it? I think it was Don Lenny that posted here. He's like, free shipping from GameStop. And I'm like, what? GameStop had the order not only the same price point, but free shipping. And look, the release date is 8/18. And so then I go over to the GameStop website and I'm starting to look at this and I'm like, all right, what's going on here? Why would Arcade1Up put up a pre-order that's direct and then have GameStop do this at the same time. And then the FOMO in me was like, is this the same thing? Is it real? Is it a different version? And looking through everything here, it's an earlier release date. It's a month earlier. It says August 18th instead of mid-September ship from Arcade1Up. And then if you look at the product description here, I'm kind of like scrolling around, and I'm sorry there's people in chat, but I want to just get through the story to get through it quickly. It says, look, now let's talk eye appeal. This gorgeous cabinet design, accentuating Street Fighter 2 artwork. It has a light up deck protector, giving that vibrant glowing effect, a matching riser, and huge lit up marquee, and a matching stool. This is the exact same premium package that Arcade1Up Direct is offering, except on GameStop's website a month earlier with free shipping. And I was like, this came out hours after I ordered the Arcade1Up Direct one, and I don't know why, but I want to be one of the first to get it. And so I'm like, what do I do? Do I trust Arcade1Up is going to deliver early? Or do I trust that GameStop is going to lag on their pre-orders? Because we know GameStop has issues fulfilling pre-orders too. Is this a legit date? And so I did it. I pre-ordered and ordered the GameStop one too. So my final cost at GameStop was a higher tax amount. So I paid $656 for the GameStop version, which it doesn't charge you until it actually ships. And so my plan, again, the release date at August 18th, this is the total price. If I get the GameStop one early, I hope I can try to cancel the Arcade1Up one. I saw some comments earlier about people thinking that I might keep both of them. I don't plan to keep two. If I somehow getting stuck with two, I'll find out something to do with the other one. But the biggest selling point is that it's here a month earlier. It's here August 18th. Like, what the heck is up with Arcade1Up's direct release date being a month later than GameStop that is promising this? But I don't know. We can't put much trust in GameStop pre-order dates because they always get these wrong with everything they've done. But I see it, and I'm not taking a chance because it's cheaper. One, I wanted to get in on it and then see if it's true, because we might take a chance. And if it ends up being later than the Arcade1Up one, then I can cancel the GameStop one. So that's the quick story of what happened and why I ordered two. So I hope to get whichever one first, potentially sell the other one, do something with it. Maybe it could be something I do with the YouTube channel. Who knows? But it's not like I'm making tons of money out of YouTube and affording all these things. I just have a serious case of FOMO of wanting this so bad. But I think somebody said, if I'm one of the first people to get it, what's the point of playing? Because if I'm going to be the only one that has it, who else is getting this? And I know I'm not even looking at chat yet to see who's here. But look, oh my goodness, Zohar, you're here. And Zohar says, full transparency, this is worth no more than $399, $499 pushing it, but $599 is absolutely unacceptable. I hate Arcade1Up is inflating so much. So let's talk about that, Zohar, just for another couple minutes, because I wanted to keep this pretty short. I wanted to go back to the reason why at $599, I actually don't mind this price point. And here's the reasons why. The people that have been screaming at me that I overpaid because $700 was shipping, definitely the shipping is the biggest issue. But for this version that I got, for the GameStop version that I paid, what, $656 for? Let's go back to the highest Arcade1Up that I ever purchased, which is this Marvel vs. Capcom Cab at the time, $599. Maybe I paid more for the Big Bucker Outrun, but $599 for this cab that, again, had 5 games, only 4 of them were Wi-Fi enabled. It has the premium stool design, and it has the lit deck protector, and it has beautiful graphics. This is still probably, in my opinion, the best Arcade1Up that has ever come out. And look at the reviews for this. Like the online play, if you have not played the online version of Marvel vs. Capcom or into that, this community is on fire. And this cab was so worth the price point because the value of playing online play at fighting games is unmatched in anything else. You can get in quickly. There's nothing like putting your quarter on the glass and calling next and trying to fight somebody. And you could be done in a match in 2 minutes and then be done or keep going. So, I mean, like, just to give you an idea of how much I play this game, I play that Marvel vs. Capcom game enough where I'm ranked 26 in the entire game, which is pretty cool. I feel like, and here's the lobby where there's always people here. I just took this picture a couple of minutes ago, and you have all sorts of levels of playing. And I've played the Marvel vs. Capcom game. Look at this. My win-loss record is 2,349 wins and 2,137 losses. So I've played this game over 4,400 times in an online setting against other people. Like the replay value again is outstanding. That I've played 4,000 matches. Imagine me going to an arcade and playing something 4,000 times, putting in a quarter and challenging somebody, a real person, somebody that you can talk smack to if you know where to find them. But that's what the beauty of the online play is with this cabinet. So the value of a $499 price point that I was so willing to pay for this Marvel vs. Capcom cab, and then going back to this Street Fighter edition, it's the same bundle with additional games. You have 12 games now. Again, we don't know if all of them are going to be online enabled, but these first three, Champion Edition, Turbo, and Super Street Fighter 2. And I believe, I thought there was a Hyper Fighting, maybe Street Fighter 2 Turbo is what it was as well. And then Super Puzzle Fighter 2, Darkstalkers games, like these are going to be hot games. I think the most popular game will probably be Street Fighter 2 Turbo or Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. I think those are the most popular games that we'll see with the most people playing. And Street Fighter 2 is arguably the best, most popular fighting game of all time. This is bar none. Everybody has played Street Fighter 2 at one point in their lives, and it's like the great equalizer. So for people that were thinking about getting Marvel vs. Capcom, or maybe they've never played the versus games and they don't know the combo system, so they can't really get there. But everybody can play Street Fighter 2. I feel like everybody has a chance. There's super great players, yes, like Bobby Voo is really great at it. He kicks my ass all the time, but I'm planning on getting better. And so that combined, like that replay value of those games and those titles, the extra $100 from $499 to $599 is just a matter of the cost of materials in our current pandemic state, and then potentially the new cab design, and maybe the extra licenses for the games. Who knows? But again, it's just an extra $100 beyond that. And you've seen the value that I've gotten out of my Marvel vs. Capcom cab, which is why I believe there'll be such good value in this cab moving forward. So that I just wanted to share my opinion on why I think $599 is still a good. I mean, it's expensive, yes, but you know, in terms of replay value, it's so good. I 4,000 times in arcade. If I multiply it that way, I just do a subtraction by a quarter. I've already spent $1,000 in the arcade playing that game against somebody else, right? So who knows? I hope the online lobby will be as filled as the Marvel vs. Capcom one, because if it is, then we'll see lots of action. The only problem is that price point, which I'm really worried about. I hope to make other versions of the cab so that more people can get it and we can have busier things. And I'm sorry I'm not checking chat too much, but Zohar put in another super chat that says I gotta go, but just want to say it's insulting, and I like what up is getting away with murder. Zohar, you have very strong opinions, but a lot of people, are enjoying these cabs as much as possible. I wanted to keep this video super short so I can just give you my opinions on what I did. I will talk to everybody on my next show. I'm going to be doing the next level and be talking about, pinball. But I wanted to just get in here, talk about the Big Blue. Thank you guys all so much for being here. I'll see you guys next time, and I'll see you on the online lobbies because we're getting it. We're going to be playing Arcade1Up soon on this Big Blue. See you guys next time. Bye, everybody.